Hello. Hello. Are you hearing me? Yes. Okay. Great. I don't know where. Okay. But you said they're coming.
And is coming.
Yeah, Andy and also Temple. She's coming in a different device.
Okay.
So you are trying a different haircut, letting the
What?
hair grow.
Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
like my hairs?
No, I like it. Yes. Uh, I have this thing with my hair. I'm all the time. It grows, then I will cut really short. Then it grows again. It's like, and it's really.
Really?
And people say that is we in our life we have 7 year circle cycles cycles,
Yeah.
and usually is from 7 to 7 year, and like some 15 days ago I felt like cutting, so but at the same time I like it this part, so I cut here and I left so now I have a funny funny
One
haircut.
once I have a friend. Once I have a friend. She's from Germany.
Yes.
She's from Germany.
Oh,
She
here is.
came India. She came India to learn yoga, and
Yes.
she was very modern. So she has all these hairs from this, all the hairs, and these all shaved. This type of, so all shaved. So wherever she go in India, people stare like. So,
Yes. Yes.
wherever she goes,
Yes.
wherever she goes with that kind of hairs, big hairs, and that part is totally shaved. And she was
Yes.
German. She was German, so Indian mans and Indian boys, they were staring her like that. I was with her all the time, and she still tells me that why all the men are staring. I said her, because of your haircut.
Yeah. We were speaking about haircuts because I was telling Shubham that from 7 to 7 years, usually I cut my hair. And so, like 15 days ago, I felt like cutting, but then I
I
was
don't have
like,
7 hairs. I have only 7 months. My hair is long
yes.
Yeah.
only 7 months.
And
Well,
so
I
I,
would.
I cut behind. So now I have
Oh,
a funny, funny haircut.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know, I love your long hair though. I saw pictures of you with shorter hair, but
Yes.
I love your long hair. I love Temple. She's had
Yes.
short hair in her life. She's had long hair in her life. I love any type of hair she wears. I think it's more the person than it is anything to do with the hair, probably. But I haven't had hair since 1992.
Wow.
So longer than Shoop's been in the world, I've had no hair.
Yes, my birth is 1994. Even December, so mostly it's 1995.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah, because you are so young and I keep on forgetting. Yeah, and it's very, very, it's a blessing that we can, for me, that I can communicate with you and share about those things. Like Elia, the girl that I was speaking 2 days ago, I think she's your age too. And you guys, you carry a very different energy from 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 us, and it's much more lighter and I love it. I love it. I love speaking with everybody, also with people that are older, but it's very refreshing, let's say, for me to speak with the young generations and
I'm
feeling.
I'm blessful. I'm blessful as you connected. I'm blessful. It's my pleasure. Pleasure is all mine.
It's all. It's we are all happy, and
See, I
you,
don't see
Temple.
people as by their ages. I don't see people as by their ages. My guru even don't see people. If you will meet my guru says I don't see people by their bodies. I just see them. I just see them. So ages, it's okay. Yes, I am 26, but everyone by energy. If in yoga, in mystic, in not even mysticism, in yoga we says by energy everyone can keep the energy on the youth, it's possible, it's very possible. You can
Yes.
keep your energies uh, on the peak level always. It's in your hand always.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why you see sometimes we see someone is 60 years old, someone is 70 years old, but what kind of energy they have the energy of 25 years old boy.
Yes.
So it's very possible.
Well,
Yes.
I've noticed in my lifetime that at I'm 57. I'll be 58 this year, and this is the year that I'll finally retire from. I actually age out. I've been on waivers for a while to stay in the military, but I got back last July from a deployment into Syria and Iraq, and most of the men that are with, I had about 100 men with me. They are half my age, and even at that point, sometimes that a very fit 26, 27, 28-year-old man has a hard time keeping up with a 58-year-old man if his mind and his will are set on what he's doing. So I've been very fortunate in my life that I've never had any huge physical ailments, but that I think most of it, as Shubham said, is how you feel. Do you feel young? Do you feel old? Do you think that you can still do things? And if you think you can, then of course you can. If you think you can't, then you'll never be able to. So it's always to remain positive and know that you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
You can't be
Temple?
youth all the time, but youthful you can get the energy of youthful. Yeah, temple is here, she can speak.
I definitely think it's definitely an inside job. I think it's people age on the outside according to how they feel on the inside. If they feel like, I think that the biggest thing that ages people is when they lose the sense of purpose, or if they stop expanding themselves. I feel like that really ages people more than anything. If you feel like you always have a curiosity about life and you feel like life is calling, then I feel like your body lines up with that kind of energy. I mean, and I think you can even see that outside of an age thing. You know, people are known to have what we would call superhuman strength in times where they, like a mother with their child. You know, people operate outside what would be what most of humanity would consider possible. So I think if you have that capacity and you feel like life has more for you, then you're always given the energy that matches that, whatever that is.
It's so funny because everything comes to the core, the same core word, the same core. In the sense that we are the creators, so whatever we feel as truth, whatever we see, we are creating. Whatever we choose, we are creating. Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, in fact, I mean, scientifically, even as far as like recreating ourselves, that our cells die all the time and are replaced by new cells. I don't remember how often it is, but it's not as long as you might think. I think you are a new person. Like with every 3 months, your cells regenerate. I could be wrong about that. It might be 3 years, but the point is that every cell in your body will die within a couple years, maybe even a couple months, and that they'll be completely replaced by new cells. So it's kind of up to you at that point. Do you want them to be replaced with rejuvenated young cells, or do you want them to be replaced with older limited cells? And I personally choose the rejuvenated young cells.
Well, well, even science supports that. I read a lot of literature that's published now by scientists, and the human body is designed with the capacity to live a much longer lifespan than what we do, but we age ourselves by our own limiting thoughts and beliefs, and our lifestyle, how we live our life really contracts what we're really capable of. When we get too caught up in the minute by minute stresses of life, that's really what ages us the most.
Entangled, as Shoup calls it, and as
Entanglement.
they speak of. But realistically, if you look at the diseases that kill men or women, kill people, period, heart disease, lung disease, one of the biggest factors of those are stress. They're almost all caused by stress. The actual, some of the final stages may not be stress related, but they do stress tests to see where your heart is. They do stress tests to see where your lungs are. They do stress tests on your blood vessels to see if you're going to have a stroke. All these things are stress related, and that's from the entanglements of our personal lives and the entanglements of our material world. If at a young age, like Shoup, we all could have all been spiritual and learned a spiritual path or even followed a spiritual path, I think you would see the benefits of that reap later in life from the amount of stress that you don't have and that's been piled on your physical body.
I'm agree. Being scientific and in the yogic science, we have always, there is a story in the yogic science like that. There was a guy. He was 40 or something kind of years. He has a bull. The bull. It was a baby bull. He just born, and he started to bull on mountain, daily hiking on the mountain. Slowly, the bull has getting the weight and this weight, and the devotion of the guy was like that because the bull has bull lost his one leg somewhere. The lost his one leg, so daily he keep this bull on his shoulders, but he never realized that bull has become 400 pounds one day. He never realized. People observe, people realize, because his devotion was such that. So we says we have all this capability and we have all this quality, even not only physically, but also mentally, emotionally. We have all this capability. How much we can load take on our hands. And also we says, look, everyone is capable, like in the yogic culture, in the mysticism, we says every human being is only carrying the load of everything, the pain, this everything, whatever he can do. Only the universal energy is putting that pain only. If so, everyone is capable of whatever they coming in their life. Everyone can fix this, just need to be little bit realized. And what Andy says, this heart and lung, if from the the education system, I don't want to go in that era, but if people observe themselves, little bit observe themselves, like how their heart works, how their soul work, how their lungs working, how their kidneys working, how their the blood circulation, how their veins, everything, just little by little, part by part. That is someone, your husband. My namaste to your husband. So
Shukran, sorry, Shukran. Interrupt you.
no, my hello to your husband.
Yeah. Eu estou a dizer hello.
So namaste.
Sorry. Keep on. You were
He
telling me,
never
sorry,
joined you
I'm
in
sorry.
conversation. He never joined you in conversation.
Yeah, I invited him, but he doesn't want to join.
Okay. So when you put this observation by your lungs, kidneys, everywhere, just by your cells, you can observe them and you can heal them. This is the possibility. This power you have. You can heal yourself just by close your eyes. If you go, and it takes time. Just overnight, and things not happen just by breathing pattern. There was a sage, I tell you, it was, yes, enlightened being, fantastic yogi. He was fantastic yogi. He was able to this hand temperature different, and this was different. His name was Ram, Yogi Ram. He's very famous, in the whole America did research on him. This part, the temperature is different, and this part is different. Consciously, he has created everything. He stopped his heart for 7 minutes, and all these things scientifically. So everyone has this power. It depends how much involvement you have. It takes lifetime. If you want that kind of blessings and this kind of magic in your life, it takes involvement, another level of involvement. So it depends what kind of involvement you have to know yourself.
And maybe if you really want to do this, I don't know.
And
If it's
what the anti-stress, we can the stress can gone. All the tools we have, nothing to do many spiritual practices, but just by 1 hour give to daily this body, and we can teach people to to how to observe them, how to heal them. With the time, everyone get to at that point. Willingness needed, but yes, whatever age they have.
Well, I think the interesting thing that people, as you know, with meditation, people have different types of meditation, and people pick it up at different points in their life. But to get to that zero-sum balance where you're even, as you say, with your breathing, with the sun and the moon energy, and that your the positive and negative energies are balanced in your body. So you are, instead of just touching the gap, you are actually living in the gap the whole time you meditate. I think that's one of the big things you talk about, relieving stress, and that you can take your stress away every day, so it doesn't have to be something that affects you negatively all the time. So I 100% agree, and I think that, thank you, Shub, for your meditations. I think if I hadn't been doing that recently, just because of life circumstances, I would be, my mind would be much less clear than it is. So I definitely enjoy that, and I'm happy and grateful to you that you've been doing that for me.
It's my privilege. It's my privilege to teach you, sir.
Anna, how are you feeling, hon?
Hey,
Are you okay?
yes.
I said, how are you? Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I'm feeling okay.
Beautiful.
But I was hearing you guys, and I was going to say something. Something came to my mind, but then I forgot. Because I'm in the now. Because I'm in the now. That's the thing,
Yes.
when you are in the now. So we keep on forgetting everything, right? Because you are in the now. So it doesn't matter anymore.
Really, when you're saying in the now, but what from the past do we need to, what from the past actually benefits us? What do we need to drag forward? Especially if we know what we need to know to move forward. I don't think there's anything in the past that does help us. And
Yeah, that's for me.
not,
Yeah, let's say the other day I was in this gathering, which I told you before, with several persons, and actually it's a course, online course about stress and conflict resolution. And a friend, which I know in physical, she invited me, and then I felt, okay, I will join. I'm being called to this place to meet these persons, so I'm joining. And we were speaking about what? Oh, and someone was speaking about, oh, we have to know the past so we can deal with the future, let's say. For me, it's just, I don't know. I see more like if you deal with that's a duality. Yeah, that's a duality field. But if you are in the now, and you are in that state of connection with the totality, which the meditation is just a tool for it, because for me, and Shulkan was saying that in India also is they believe in similar, is the same. They believe in the same. The goal, let's say, is for us to be in this connection with the totality, 24/7. So in every now you access the information that you need, at least about how to act in one situation instead of reacting. Because when you are relating to the past, you will react related to what you have experienced in the past. But if you are in presence, you act from the disconnection, from love, from what I like the question, what love will do in this situation. And from that point, so the past is honored. The past is we are grateful. What happened, whatever has happened, we feel the gratitude. But what is in front of you now? What is in front of me now? That's why I put in the video now and now and now. And we are here now, and I'm dancing now, and then I'm dancing now again and now. And if we are able to be in that state, it's amazing because then you start co-creating with everybody that is with you, around you, and co-creating
See,
in the moment. Yeah, sorry.
the past thing, there is two perspective of this, the past is wonderful. Everyone has past. You can't just go and erase the past. So there is two things. First, to just move on to just to concentrate on this moment and what you can create in the future. But one thing is also that you can close your eyes and you can go in the past and you can learn everything, whatever people did mistake or they enjoy or something. So you can create this is all that we have to see. What When we say we are conscious, like in this moment I am conscious, I'm talking to you, but at the same time I can go in the past, I can just jump in some moments in the past. I can relate, I can learn, and can come back. So we have this privilege. I personally believe, and I personally, this is the for me it's a privilege. Whatever happened with me, painful, suffering, whatever happened in the past, it's a privilege for me. I can go in that moment and I can learn with the joy, all the joy in this moment. And this is the same for future. We can go. Future is also not there, past is also not there. There is only this moment, but you have vivid sense of imagination. You can close your eyes, uh, you can create this. In the modern science we says, if you close your eyes, if you go in the future, if you create something wonderful, your health, your joy, and especially your chemistry body enhanced by 100%. 100%. Your intellectual brain, your bodical health, inside your cells, that is a rejuvenation, goes by 100%. So this is the privilege you have to create your health. Whenever you are going in the future, going in the past, the thing is that you are not creating suffering. What people did, when people go in the past, they create suffering. Mm, they entangle themselves with something like painful or something. When they think about future, they feel little bit afraid, like someone going to open some business. Now all the time if he'll think that the business gonna fail, so he will create that kind of afraid, fear. But at the same time we can create a great imagination in ourselves. At the same time we can go in the past, can learn, feel. There are also joyful memories of the past. Every moment is not this painful. So if you're cutting both things, cut both things. Like, then in the past be conscious moment by moment, then whatever the moment is coming, live the moment. This is also one path. You can go in the past, you can feel joyful, or you can learn, and it will create a great kind of future for yourself. In with the personality, you will feel fantastic, because you have all this learning from your own life.
I do from the past like to remember how to drive occasionally. That helps me out. But other than that, I don't know how much I can move forward with it. But you're right. I think that to be able, when you think about your past, and when you think about if you think about the beautiful memories you have, and even in the times of pain, as you said, if you know what that pain was from, and what you learned from that pain, and what lesson that taught you to be able to move forward, if you always look at the past in that light, then there's nothing about your past to fear. And in fact, your journey has been mapped out for you and has already been lived. You're just following that map. So all the things that happened to you in the past have already happened, and all the things that will happen to you in the future have already happened. We only have this moment right now to enjoy, and this moment to be joyful, and this moment to love. So to be in this moment and to know this moment and to feel joy and love in this moment is truly all we can ever do. 2 seconds ago never happened, or it did, but it's gone and we'll never change it. 2 seconds from now haven't happened yet. So
Yeah.
there's no way we can affect that either. We just have to be along for the flow of the ride and enjoy every moment of it. And thank you, Shub, for that.
And there is a story, there is a story of past. Like there was a, I tell you, there was a lady. She's from your country, US, and she has killed almost 500 children and people, like innocent cheater people she killed. But one day she got realization that she met someone, some mystic or anyone, as she met someone, she realized she did very horrible thing. That day she realized, and she felt that I will never do such kind of things, and I will only do service, great service, and help people somewhere. But his mentor, his guru, her guru, or someone teach something like that. Whenever she is going something, oh, she start her day like that. She close her eyes, go back, I have killed 500 people. In this moment, the next moment, I will speak only good words, I will do only good. So the suffering, she create a great tool. You have this power, we can create, the past we can create with our, the great tool, like for the future and for this moment. This privilege we have. I am just talking from this privilege. Whatever, if I talk to someone like those who people suffering from their past, so you can create in my life. I am 26, but I have also some painful moment in my life, so but you need to go there, just learn something. What she lady did, she went, enlightened. So even you have that kind of past, you have killed innocent children, she learned, okay, next moment I will serve all the life she served. So she became fantastic. So this is the privilege we have to, we can go, whatever we did, we can learn from the past, and in the next moment we will create fantastic. So if this we can create inside ourselves, this is fantastic.
Temple.
I mean, you guys are saying it all. I'm just taking it all in. I mean, now is truly everything, because you can take everything and put it into now and make now perfect.
Yeah.
So, right now, that's all that matters. Who are we being right now in this very moment? Are we seeing the perfection in this very moment of time? Does it feel perfect? Because life is perfect. Life, that's the whole purpose of life, is just to enjoy it. I mean, everything else is just what we're creating, but whatever we're doing, it should feel joyful.
I think you're talking in something great that Shubin talked about was the entanglements. Those are the things that rob our joy, or at least sidetrack our joy, and keep us out of this moment, this perfect moment that we're all sharing right now. And think about the things that have brought us to all the technology, all the things that have brought the four of us together in this one moment, and how perfect everything in synchronicity is in order to even do that, which 10 years ago it wouldn't have been possible for just regular people like us on a spiritual path, to be able to join together and be able to speak like this. The perfection of the moment, the entanglements get in the way and make it unperfect. But if we can keep ourselves and our mind out of those, then like you said, Temple, every moment is perfect.
Yeah, that's recently. I mean, that's kind of where I'm living. I feel like most of the time I'm in a completely different universe and trying to ground myself right here. But it's like I'm aware of what's going on, but there's a whole lot more that's there, and as it comes into my awareness, it feels overwhelming sometimes because it's like I'm not even here. It's like I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm somewhere else. Like it just feels so big. So that's why, like this morning. So Anna, since I woke up this morning, I've been like just in this extremely high state. We meditated with Shub this morning, and it's just been all day, just this extreme height of my awareness. Then just so much energy feels like it's constantly coming in.
Yeah,
So
you have to ground. You have to ground it. Yeah, I'm feeling insane these days. Yeah.
Maybe you could have Shub do some work on your 3 grounding chakras, and that would bring
Well, it's
everything
just
back into balance.
ground.
I
She
would
can probably.
I would love to be in high. This is a state, fantastic state. People in the if you will go somewhere in the Indian mysticism in the ashram, people want to go high.
Yes.
If you are high, you
Yes.
just enjoy being high. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, when it's
Oh.
fine being high, it's fine being high, but when you're supposed to meet other people, it gets to be a problem. Then I couldn't even focus my attention because I was just gone.
it doesn't matter in this life. Doesn't matter you are meeting someone or you are not meeting someone. It's nothing point. Life, you're born alone, you will die alone. Just enjoy your high. Just what it matters. When Shiva, I tell you one story. This is Shiva. When Shiva high, Shiva on another level high. We can't even reach the level of high Shiva. Shiva don't even care where Shiva doesn't care where his children is, where the wife is, whatever going, he's just high. High. Thousand of years just in high. So be like Shiva. If you're high, lost yourself. If you're high, lost yourself. Whatever people going, they are going somewhere. All the time this will happen.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't figure out the whole Facebook Live because I felt like I was just somewhere else. I couldn't get into like right now.
We'll see if you were out in public right now, people would think, "What is that woman on? And where can I get some of it?" But
Yeah.
So
That's it.
this is the thing. If you want, that's I said about Shiva. Shiva doesn't care. He's in public. He's in wherever. He doesn't care. So if you want to high, see you can take both the things. You have to take one thing. You can take high or you can take public. This is your decision. Everyone has the choice. Everyone has to make the choice. If you want public with you or you want to high. So,
oh, that's funny.
We have more 8 minutes, and then it will end, and maybe then we'll have 1 hour and a half.
Then maybe it's time. Then maybe my time for sleep.
yeah, because Shub is getting late for him.
Yeah. As soon
Well,
as
Shub's kind of high right now too because he's just a little slap happy from being tired.
You think he looks high?
It's like a call with a bunch of people smoking weed.
Exactly. That's what I tell to some people I know that smoke weed. That I say you can get high with a tree. You can get high in nature. You don't need any external.
You don't need any weed. Being high, you don't need any weed. I never say. All the time I live between the
You're
weed.
always happy and high, and so yeah. Actually, I cannot smoke weed anymore because I go to sleep. If I smoke weed, I will. So I bye. Because my body doesn't. I cannot handle it anymore. I'm high all the time, so that's it.
Being
That's
high
what I
without the weed is being high without the weed is real high.
Yeah. And I would like just to share with you, Wendy, because you were speaking about going to the past and still the question of the past. For me, also in this multi-dimensionality that we are expanding into, you can go there, and I did that. You can go there, but since you go there and you are more expanded as a being, um, you don't see the situations from the same with the same eyes anymore. So you and Shulchan was saying we can change the future because we bring something, we create as we are, whatever we can imagine we are creating, let's say in any kind of in the totality. So you can come, you can create in the past, shifting your vision, and so you see, okay, that person, for instance, did the best they could, and actually from that situation this other situation arrived, and then the other one, and then that bring me other stuff. So when we change our view, our eyes, they are creator eyes, so we can create whatever we choose in the past too, and in the future too, in a way. I don't know, at least I feel, and I did that. um, and I'm willing to come back to some situations actually and do a drawing for that situation, Shulchan, and about my pregnancy, for instance, and because I feel I have to go there again and see. I already see in a different way, but I have to go there and create a drawing, bringing more harmony, balance, bringing everything back to balance still, because maybe there's something that is not quite balanced, not from my point of view, but from my kids that were in my belly during that time. And yeah, so I wanted to share this with you. I don't know. I feel that it's changing the, in a way, change the reality that we are living now. And some people say that we have the timelines and we jump from timelines. I don't know. It's too much for me to understand my brain, and I feel that we don't have to understand anything. We just have to feel what is appropriated for us, what we feel that love will do, and that's it. Yeah. So about us too.
Well, I think that's interesting you say about timelines. And I know that some people feel like there are multiple timelines within their own life. And the question for them is, which timeline am I living right now? But about the other thing you were talking about, the three of us have recently read or reread a book about the four agreements. And the second agreement, I think, is the one well, I like them all, but the second agreement is don't hold, don't take anything personal
Yes.
that anybody ever does to you, or more importantly, that you do to yourself, because at that time you were doing the absolute best you could to be good to yourself, and that you have no idea what's going on with the other person, and whatever they did, even if it was directed towards you. Uh, it wasn't about you. It was completely about them. So when you take that burden off of yourself, that you're not responsible for anyone's actions except your own. And even you're not that responsible for your own actions because you were acting out of the best you could at that moment. It takes a lot of that pressure off of you. You can remember the past in a much better way. And you can, moving forward, go back and say, this is what I learned in the past, and this is why this was a good thing, and this has made me the people or to live in this moment and realize the perfection of the moment. So I 100% agree with you can go back in the past and make it what you want, and relive that memory, but in a way that's positive, and draw that out of it. And how can you ever be mad at anyone? How can you ever hold a grudge against anyone if you know at that moment that was the place they were in and they were doing the best they could? So it really makes it easy to quote forgive people, but what it really does, you don't ever need to forgive someone. They're already forgiven. So that's kind of the way.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, though.
That was beautiful.
Wonderful.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
We have 1 minute and a half to say goodbye. I'm super
Okay.
grateful and
Have a
joyful
great
that
day.
you invited me and accepted that we came to this meeting, four of us together. I hope we can join again.
Well, thank you for being such a gracious host, and thank you both to you and Temple for allowing Shub and I to experience your transcendental awareness today. It was beautiful to watch and know that you two are feeling incredibly high vibes and high energy. It really is. It makes me emotional to think about it because you're such wonderful people, and I'm just happy to be able here to experience it. You too, Shub. I love being around you. You always raise me a level. So thank you for that.
I'm happy. This is my privilege, my blessings. I'm blessed around you people. So learning from you, I learned a lot. I observe things a lot, and it's my privilege to being in this age, so being in the best personalities. Thank you to invite me.
Love you all. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bye, Anna.
Bye.
God bless. God bless.